Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robert Mitchell, and I have a fantastic message for you today. I am the owner of Quick Dry Restoration and Remodeling. I'm also a John Maxwell certified coach, and I'm a member of a fantastic organization called BNI. BNI stands for Business Network International. We are a referral organization worldwide. We have over 250,000 members. We have over 8,000 chapters. And we're all connected together through this thing called BNI Connect, which is a lot like LinkedIn and Facebook, only on steroids and only for BNI members. And BNI members have a philosophy of giver's gain. We feel like the more that we give, the more that we receive. The more that we give to our customers, the more we will receive not only from our customers, but from our referral partners. So I'm really excited about today's message. It is about power teams. Power teams is a very interesting concept created by Dr. Ivan Misner. He wrote a wonderful book called Money on the Table. Great book. Get it on Amazon. You can also go to moneyonthetablethebook.com, and there's a lot of interesting things in that website. It's a free website. And there's a lot of free resources on that website. So we're going to talk about power teams. Before I do, I want to invite you, if you're a business owner and you're ever in the Ozark area, I would like to invite you to our personal chapter, my personal chapter, which is in Ozark, Missouri. So give me a call, 417-812-4131, and I would love to have you as my visitor in our chapter. We meet Tuesday mornings from 7:30 until 9. And that's where we share and teach each other how to give each other referrals, because we are a referral organization. That's all we do. We're not political, we're not religious, we're not philanthropical, and we're not political, if I haven't said that, social. We're not social. Although we are all those things. But at the BNI meeting, we have one focus, and that one focus is to give each other referrals, and a lot of them. We say it like this: we don't give leads, we give qualified referrals. So my glasses are fogging up. I'm already getting hot. So let me get started. Before I talk about power teams, I want to talk about Contact Spheres. Contact Spheres is a BNI brand. And what Contact Spheres talks about is that business owners, businesses or industries that share in the same type of industry. So a plumber and an HVAC or a heating air person, they share in the same type of industry. A realtor and a home inspector, they share in the same type of industry. A marketing person, a website, a promotional products company, they share in the same industry. A wedding planner, an event coordinator, a spa, a jewelry store, a flower place. Do you see what I'm saying? So each of these contact spheres all share in the same kind of industry. A power team is a little bit different. A power team is, my definition anyway, that we share the same customers. My power team, and one of my definitions is that you are able to give your referral partner a stream of referrals, not just a random referral once in a while, but a stream of referrals. In other words, you're in the type of business that they're in, and your customers need exactly what they do as well of what you do. Can you see that? So, for instance, a veterinarian, and we have one in our chapter, Dr. Hardy, James River Hospital in Nixa, Missouri, great veterinarian. He is in a personal service contact sphere, and our bug guy, our exterminator, I guess that's what it is. I call him a bug guy. He's in the home improvement area. Well, they are in different contact spheres, but they're in the same power team because they both take care of pets. One is taking care of pets in the doctor's office and taking care of fleas. And then Rich Johnson with Armor Pest Control is taking care of the fleas in the person's home. So even though they're not in the same contact sphere and they're not even in the same industry, but they're in the same power team because they take care of the same customer. A marketing coordinator is in the business section of contact spheres that BNI calls it. Well, they're in the same power team as an insurance agent like Travis Lewis. Travis Lewis is our insurance agent, and he does commercial lines as well as personal lines. So a marketing person and Travis Lewis share the same customer because they both need something for their business. So that's what power team means. And the power team means for me is that it's like a Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack didn't climb up that bean pole to get an egg. He climbed at that bean pole and got the golden goose. So your power team members are your golden goose. You give them a whole stream of referrals. For instance, Chastity at Ozark Carpet Company, she had a switch in her jobs for different reasons, and she was working at another carpet store. Well, I followed her because she has great customer service. And so I took my business to her. Well, then she moved back to Ozark Carpet Company, and that's where she is now. And I'm very happy she's back because I'm in Ozark, and it's a great relationship that I have with the business owner, Jason. And so just in the short time she was gone, I bought $32,000 worth of flooring from her. Why? Because that's what I do. I put in a lot of flooring. If a house gets wet, God forbid, or a business gets wet, I work with the insurance companies, and then I get all the water out, and a lot of times I have to replace the flooring. So I am Chastity's golden goose. Now, she's not my golden goose necessarily because customers don't call her and say, hey, my carpet's wet, what do I do? They call me first, and then I call Chastity. Can you see that? I hope so. I hope so. So, power teams. I think I've really exhausted that definition. And if you have any questions, like I said, give me a call and we could have a one-to-one. Even if it's long distance on the phone, I can do a one-to-one. All right. So I have what I call 4 C's. These are the benefits of your power team. The first benefit is your customer. So your customer is in your power team. The reason I say that is because they need your service. And because they need your service, they're going to need your power team members' service. So when you're in their home or when they're in your office or store and they need something from you, if you think about it, they're going to need something from one of your power team members. So if I'm a new business and I go into Stephanie Fletcher, the Saxy Tax Advisor in Ozark, she's a fantastic CPA. If I'm a new business and I go into her for CPA-ism, well, she knows that I need marketing. She knows that I have a brand new van. She knows that there's no lettering on the van. And so she knows Kevin Brooks with Ozark Printing Company, and she can refer her customer to Kevin to get his van lettered. Can you see that? So your customer is your first C. They need your service. They need your power team member service. And guess what? Your customer is going to love you for life. I went to a BOLD class. A BOLD stands for Business Objective, a Life by Design. It's a great training class done by Keller Williams, and a fantastic lady named Diana Kokoska put the thing together. She's a big John Maxwell fan, and John Maxwell is big on laws. So Diana Kokoska created about 35 BOLD laws. And like I said, it's just a fantastic organization. And she says that, that you should come in contribution. And so when we're talking to our customers, we should come with contribution. How can I give? Rob Daniels, which is a Keller Williams BOLD agent, he says, if you ask first, you're really taking. He said you should give first and then ask. So if you want referrals as a business owner, don't ask first. Give first. It's better to give than receive. The Bible says, whatsoever things you shall give will be given back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall men and women, I added the women part, men and women give unto your bosom, for whatever you give shall be given back to you. So what we're talking about here is coming with contribution, come to the customer, not just selling them what you have, but finding out what needs they have so that you can help them in a way that you can't help them except through the power of a referral. And that's what I call Giver's Gain, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. So let me just give you a sneak preview. Giver's Gain to me means that I create a three-way win situation. Three-way win. My customer wins because they have their needs met in the way that I couldn't do it except through the power of a referral. My referral partner wins because they have a new customer, and that's why they're in business. And they wouldn't have had that new customer without the power of a referral. I win because I have two people that absolutely love me and want to send me referrals. Now, a minute ago, I was going to tell you when I was talking about Bold well, we were talking about the coming contribution, and I heard this gentleman say that Southwest Airlines, their gift is 2 bags free. That's their not their gimmick, but their gift to you as a customer. That's their tag, that's their brand, that's their messaging. Hey, we're going to give you 2 bags free. So he said, the Bold coach, Rob Daniels, says, what are your 2 bags? What are you doing for your customer? What are you doing that they're not expecting? You see, there's 3 types of customers: a satisfied customer, an unsatisfied customer, and an indifferent customer. Most customers are indifferent. They really don't care one way or another. I got my carpets cleaned, but I paid the guy. I sold my house, but I paid 6% commission. I have a great HVAC company, Air Service, and Steve Barr is in our chapter, and they do terrific work. And if you buy air conditioning from him, you're going to be very happy. But guess what? You're going to pay for it because we sell our services. So all of us are selling a service. We're proud of that. We're proud of what we do, and we're doing a fantastic job. Matter of fact, that's the number one thing you must do in B&I is you must be good at what you do. Well, if you're going to have a satisfied customer, you've got to give them something they're not expecting. A satisfied customer receives more than expected. An unsatisfied customer receives less than expected, and an indifferent customer receives exactly what they expected. No more, no less. Those guys won't be loyal to you, they won't refer to you, and they may not even call you back because they may forget you. But if you have high service and you give them 2 bags free, they're going to love you for life. I'll challenge you to give your customers referrals. Give them a referral and they'll love you for it. Give them a good referral. Give them good quality people. And this is what I mean by a referral. I looked it up in the dictionary. It means that someone, that's me, introduces someone, that's my customer, to an expert in their field, that's my referral partner. So a referral that you're giving to your customer, sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes we think we gave the referral to the business owner. No, you really give the referral to the customer, because what we're doing is we're introducing the customer to an expert in their field, and they're going to help the customer meet their needs in a way that you can't do it because you don't do what your referral partner does. Are you with me so far? I hope so. So customers are your number one person in your power team. And if you think about who else is in your power team, your customer is going to need what they need. We have a fantastic guy in our chapter named Jim Urban, and he refinishes cabinets. He has a great company called Greenguard Cabinet Refinishing, and he restores the natural beauty of your cabinets. If you loved your original cabinets and you want them to look better than new again, he's your guy. And he's going to do it for a lot less than painting, a lot less than stripping the cabinets. Matter of fact, he says he's not a stripper, and we are very thankful for that. And it's a lot cheaper than replacing the cabinet. So I wanted to say that when he's in their home, sometimes they need a countertop. So he has a countertop guy that's in his referral partnership. Sometimes he's looking out the window, and the window has a little bit of fogginess in there. So he has a contact that he can get that window fixed and get that fog out of there, get that moisture out of there. And it's going to help him look good, which is my next C, compliment. When you give a referral to your referral partner, they're going to complement your work. So not only do I restore buildings when they catch on fire, God forbid, or get water in them from a hot water heater or some sort of broken pipe, we also clean carpets because of what we do. And so one time I was cleaning this guy's carpet, which happened to be a competitor of mine. He didn't know it, I didn't know it until we met, and then we realized, hey, we're in the same business. And so his name was Charlie, so I'm working with Charlie, and I'm saying, Charlie, you really don't need your carpets cleaned, because he was on a budget. I said, you need to get them stretched. And so I have this fantastic referral partner. I've known him for 15 years, Mark McCain. He's with Pro Carpet Stretchers, and I have seen his work, and he's like my financial advisor with Edward Jones, Patrick Morrison. He calls him the carpet magician. And so I told him, I said, you really need your carpet stretched. I said, I can clean them, but they're going to look terrible when I'm done. And he goes, well, go ahead and clean them. So I clean them. Oh, they look terrible. And he goes, well, why don't you give me Mark's number? I said, I'll do something else. Let me just call Mark right now. In our chapter, we say that a referral is somebody that's expecting your phone call, not a lead. So I called Mark and I said, hey, Mark, could you come and help Charles? And he said, we were in a recession, by the way. We were in the worst recession since the Depression. Mark was hungry, and I'm telling you, he got in his van and he whatever that means, he got over there quickly. And he got out there and he stretched that carpet. And here's what was cool. Charles wanted to do the upstairs, but he was so defeated that the carpet didn't look very good. He's like, maybe we'll do that later. So after Mark got done stretching the carpet, it made me look good. I mean, the carpet was fantastic. When I left it was wrinkled and dingy. And what Mark did is he stretched it and it came alive. It's like a sheet, like the hospital sheets where they stretch those things and they put them in there into hospital corners, and you got a sheet on there. In the military, you can throw a dime on there and bounce it up there. That carpet was so beautiful. Charles called me back to clean the upstairs. So I came back, cleaned the upstairs, started talking to Charles, and we started working together. He started referring his customers to me because I had a skill set, even though we were competitors, that he didn't have. I helped him on a lot of jobs. He was new in the business, and it was amazing. And I even sponsored him to join BNI. Wasn't actually him, but it was his partner, Jamie. And Jamie and I had worked a lot together. Matter of fact, Jamie, my competitor, I call him my friendly competitor, did all the, you can't see it and I don't want to mess up the camera, but I'm in my own home. He did all the trim in this home as a friend because I was struggling to get the trim up because that's his skill set. He's used a lot of my power team partners and I've used a lot of his power team partners. So let me go back to Mark McCain because we're talking about complimenting. When you give a referral to your customer, for instance, Clayton Keller is with Shingle Bright. He owns Shingle Bright, and he cleaned my roof on this house. I almost didn't buy this house because I thought something was wrong with the roof. So I called Jamie, which his real trade is roofing, and he came out, and Jamie looked on my roof and said, hey, the roof is fine. I said, why does it look like this? He says, it's ugly. I said, why? He looked around, there's a lot of trees. He goes, I think it's the trees. I think it's tree saps. I don't know. And so he said, but your roof is fine. Well, then I met Clayton Keller. And Clayton Keller cleaned my roof, cleaned my back patio, cleaned my siding. It was all green and dingy. We would power wash it once a month. He came out there and cleaned the whole thing, top to bottom, for about $600 or $700. Shined like a diamond, looked fantastic. My roof looked new, the sidewalk looked new, the siding was fantastic. It really improved the house. So as I was talking to Clayton Keller, he hadn't joined BNI yet, but that day he did, by the way. He joined BNI because he came to a power team meeting in my house and we were talking about going green. And so we had roofers in there, insulators in there, Clayton Keller with Shingle Bright. We had about 15 people right here in my house. We had a big, nice, big breakfast. And then he saw the value of BNI and he applied that day. And you really can't join BNI, by the way. You have to apply. We interviewed him. We have a membership committee. They interviewed him. He's a fantastic business owner. So he got accepted into our chapter. Now, I said all that to say, I asked him, what do you do about the windows? And he bowed his head a little bit and he goes, well, they won't be any worse when I'm done, but they're not going to be, and I said, they're not going to shine like a diamond. He goes, no, they're not going to shine like a diamond. They're going to be cleaner, but they're still going to be spotted because that's not what we do. I said, I know a fantastic window cleaner. Now, since then, I've met another fantastic window cleaner, and he's in our chapter, and his name is Anthony Crane with Crane Window Cleaning. And so now Clayton and Anthony work so well together because he can tell the customer, I can clean your roof and siding for $600. Anthony can come by behind me, and it's going to be about $300. He'll clean in and out of the screens and all that stuff, and the customer can say, no, I'm not worried about it. I said, well, they'll be a little spotted. I don't care. Now, Clayton has got a disclaimer. They can't complain about the windows. If they love the windows and they want it cleaned, now Clayton really looks good because not only is the house clean, but the windows are clean. So I'm selling our wonderful house. I call it the house that BNI built. I have a plaque. I should have brought it. But I've got about 30 contractors on that plaque that have been in this home and working on the home. And so we're selling the house. And so we've decided to sell the house. So we've got a wonderful realtor named Rob Clay with Clay and Keller, and he's also with Keller Williams. And he is selling the house. Well, he said, we've got to make it clean, and we've got to keep it clean, and you've got to kind of stage it, and you got to, just really be on pins and needles. And, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but you have one impression, he says, from the curb to the kitchen. You got 2 minutes to make a first impression, and that first impression has to be fantastic. So I got Clayton Keller to come out, didn't really need it, just a little bit of touch-up did, but he just touched up the whole house, and I got Anthony to come out and clean all the windows, and wow, did it look good. So we've had several showings, and everybody says that the house is beautiful. So what am I saying? Anthony and Clay, what's his name? We got Clay and Clay, we got Keller Williams, and we got Clayton Keller. Yeah, that's it. Okay, Clayton Keller and Anthony Crane work well together. So, customer, they compliment you, and the third one is complete you. For instance, I cannot finish a home without a painter, and I don't paint. So I need a painter. So I have a wonderful painter. He's not in my chapter, but I really like him. I think their names is Devonshire Painting. I call him Jeremy. I got him on my phone. Jeremy, I got another job for you. He's just too busy. He can't take on any referrals. He's swamped. And so until he grows his company and has employees, he can't really join BNI. We would kill him with referrals. I kill him enough as it is. And so he completes me. It's kind of like a Jerry Maguire movie. You complete me, Jeremy. Oh, no, anyway. He's got, I got to paint, and I'm not a painter. I got to have drywall, and I'm not a drywaller. So he comes in and paints the house so he completes me. Well, guess what? I have another wonderful power team member, Kevin Sierra. He's with Sherwin-Williams. So Jeremy can't paint without paint. So I introduced Jeremy to Caven, and so now Jeremy buys all his paint from Caven, and Caven loves me because I'm introducing him to contractors all the time. Jeremy loves me because Caven is such a great salesperson. He saves Jeremy tons of time because Caven will help the customer pick out the paint, get it ready for him, get it all shook up, and all Jeremy has to do is go pick up the paint and hit the road. Saves him 2 hours per job. All right, let me get going. So some people complete you. Chastity completes our job by selling us the carpet or the flooring. Let me think of a few others. Rob and Becky Clay, our realtors. The home inspector completes them because you can't really buy and sell a home without a home inspector. And we have a great home inspector named Grant Kopp. He's in BNI, Ace Inspections, fantastic guy. And Becky Wilson with Prime Lending completes them because you can't really sell a house without money, and she's the lender. So some people have cash, but most people go through the lending. And then we have to have a title company that helps complete them. So you see, so when you're thinking about your power team, I want you to think first about your customers and what they need, and who you know that can help meet those needs, who can complement your business. See, so if you're a house cleaner, or like we have a wonderful commercial cleaner named Ben Grosser, and he has vibe cleaning because he wants to create a nice vibe. You know, he's a millennial. He wants to create a nice vibe in your office. And so he has like scented trash cans and all this stuff. And he just really dolls up the place. And it looks fantastic when he's done. And so he doesn't do windows. So he can call Anthony Crane to complement the cleaning that he's already doing. And then some people complete your business. Who completes you? Where are you writing a check? If you leave, what else needs to be done to perfect the job? That's your referral partner. I'll give you a story about this plumber. I won't mention their names, but I was using them. They were in my chapter at the time. Now they're gone. Fantastic plumbers, by the way. Fantastic plumbers. And so I had a customer that needed some plumbing problems, and I'm in there, and they had some water everywhere, and I got it all cleaned up. I said, hey, I got a plumber for you. She said, fantastic. So I called the plumber. They went out and did the job. One of my policies is I always call the referral partner first. Hey, how'd it go? Oh, went well. That way, if something went wrong, we can fix it right away. How'd it go? Went fantastic. You all done? All done. Great. Call the customer. How'd it go? Fantastic. All done. Okay, great. A week later, customer called me. She says, when's the plumber coming back? I said, I didn't know he was. She said, yeah, I got a big hole in the wall, and I got sheetrock laying on the floor and dust everywhere. I thought he was going to come back and patch up the wall. I'll call you right back. Call the plumber. Hey, when are you going to go back? I'm not going back. Well, what about the sheetrock? I'm not a drywaller. It wasn't the right opportunity for me to give a teaching moment. This is what I would have done. This is how I work. This is how you should work, by the way. This is your 2 bags free. I'm telling you, customers will love you. This lady was a little bit mad at the plumbers because they left the yard in a mess. They didn't do a good job on the driveway. They had to tear up the driveway, and it didn't really look that good because they're not concrete guys. They left drywall on the floor, and they left dust. Now, they were fantastic plumbers, so she was happy about that. So my new plumber would have never let that happen, and that's why we have a new plumber. He's not only good at plumbing, and it's Mr. Reuter, and Wally Barr, Steve Barr's brother. So we got an HVAC guy, that's Steve Barr, and then we got Mr. Reuter or Wally Barr. And these 2 brothers, they know everything about their trade. They are craftsmen. And so Wally says, I won't do it if I can't do it right. I just won't take the job. If they don't want me to do it right, I cannot put my name on it, and I have to leave. I love that type of attitude. So this is how me and Wally work. Wally would have come in and he would have said, well, ma'am, I hate to tell you this, but we'll have to tear up your driveway. Now, he doesn't have to because they're one of the only people that have this special tool, and I won't get into it, but he could actually put a sleeve in the drain, and they would have never had to tear up the driveway to begin with. So he'd have shot the sleeve in there, and it would have been just perfect. But let's just say he had to have. He would have done this. I have a concrete guy, so I'm going to charge you $5,000 to fix your drain. I got a concrete guy that'll come behind me. He's about $800 to fix the driveway. I've got a landscaper that can come by, put a little bit of topsoil down, a little bit of seed down, sod if you want to kind of fix some flower beds there that we're going to have to mess up a little bit. He's probably about $2,000. I've got a wonderful drywaller that can come in and patch up after me. That's going to be about $500. I've got a great painter that's going to come in after him, and he's going to paint, and it's going to be about $200. And because we're in and out of the house, we're going to wear our booties, we're going to do our best, but we're probably going to track in something. So I've got a great carpet cleaner, and Robert Mitchell with Quick Dry. He can clean your carpets for about $200. And then I've got a wonderful cleaning lady named Jessica, cleaning service Jessica. She can come in and she charges about $25 an hour, and she can dust upstairs and vacuum and do everything and just do a perfect job. Now, the customer could say, nope, just do the plumbing. Perfect. My husband's a contractor, he'll do everything else. Okay, I've done this in a seminar before, and I've asked everybody, who wants to be a complete turnkey job? 75% of the people raise their hand. The other 25 say, no, I want the basic price because I have my own people and I'll do my own things. I will do my own thing. So I just want the plumbing done. I'll take care of everything else because I have my own people. You see that? Okay. So can you see how those other folks would have completed my first plumber? They would have completed the whole job, so the whole job would be perfect, and then the customer wouldn't be indifferent. Oh, the plumbing was great. Yeah, the plumbing was fantastic. Oh, I love the plumber. I just didn't like the mess they left behind. Think about that. Okay, number 4, I already let the cat out of the bag on this one, your competitor. Believe it or not, your competitor is in your power team for 2 reasons. One of them is they may do something that you don't do, and you might do something that they don't do, and so you guys could give each other referrals if you trust each other. Matter of fact, most people do about 30% of their work they don't want to do, and they don't make any money at it, and they're not any good at it. Refer that to your competitor, and your competitor's probably doing a different 30% that you're not good at, they are not good at, they could refer that to you. The second reason you want a competitor in your power team is they need the same tradespeople or the same partners that you have. So when I meet a competitor, I say, hey, who's your plumber? I don't really have a good one. Oh, I got a great one. And I introduce them to my plumber. I introduce them to my flooring person. And I had a competitor say, well, aren't you afraid I'll steal your business from them? Oh, no. They said, why not? I said, my plumber loves me because I sent him a whole stream of business. So, can you see your competitors are in your power team? All right. There's a thing in the book, The Money on the Table, that I learned for the first time when I read it about 5 years ago, and it's called your RAS. Because you're probably wondering, Robert, how am I going to get all this into my head? I'm going to help you with this. There's a thing in your RAS, and I think it's right back here. It's a little gland, or it's a little part of your brain. And it's RAS because it's Reticular Activating System with an S, but it sounds like R-A-Z. Reticular Activating System. A reticular activating system is like a bellboy or a bouncer, more like a bouncer outside of a club. And the bouncer says, the owner says, I only want this type of person in my club. You know, maybe they're young, maybe they're older, or dressed right, or whatever. And they don't let anybody that isn't in the dress code into the club. The bouncer knows what he's looking for. Your RAS knows what you're looking for. So if you've ever bought a new car, like we just did a Buick Enclave, which is actually a fantastic car. We like Cadillacs. Myself and my wife like Cadillacs. We drive an Escalade, but we wanted one of those crossover cars. And believe it or not, a Cadillac's about this big. And my wife's 6 foot tall, I'm 6 foot wide. We didn't do too well. So the guy said, well, you ought to do a Buick Enclave. We don't want a Buick, we want a Cadillac. And they said, oh, they're actually more expensive. We got in the Buick and it was beautiful. Lots of legroom. Matter of fact, our Buick has more cubic space than our Escalade in the car. I don't know how. It's amazing. Anyway, after we bought the Buick Enclave, I see them everywhere, and I didn't even know they existed. And so what happened is my wife Googled best crossover car. Buick Enclave came up. She wanted one. I talked her into the Cadillac, and we both didn't like the Cadillac, and she got the Buick Enclave. So your RAS is kind of like your Google, okay? It's like your search engine. And what you want to do is recognize that your mind sees in pictures, it doesn't see in words. And customers don't tell you they're going to sell you a house. They don't tell you that their water is hard and they need a water softener. They don't tell you that they're really busy and they need a house cleaner. What they tell you is they kind of speak in codes. And so you have to see the need and then see the benefit and know who creates the benefit, which is your referral partner. Are you with me? So you're going to have to train your RAS to see what your referral partners provide. So one way you do this is we call it a one-to-one. You meet with a referral partner, and it's also a power team meeting, which I'm going to finish this message on power team meetings. And so you get with your referral partner, and they have to paint you a clear picture of what they do. Wally is really good at this. Wally will tell you if you see lime, I have a stainless steel refrigerator, if you see lime on it, or if you see lime on the shower door, that means you have hard water. It's going to ruin your coffee pot. It's going to fill up your water heater with lime. A water heater should last 20 years, but it'll only last 8. So you're going to spend $1,100 extra every 12 years, I guess if my math is right, because you're not buying an additional $1,200 water softener, and then your water is going to taste bad. If you don't have a water softener, it's going to damage the hard water damages your clothes. You need more soap. It's worse on the environment. And then, of course, you have all that hard water spots on the shower door that your wife is cleaning because she's a neat freak, but she's working 60 hours a week. So now what happens? You see the need, you see the benefits, and I say, sir, I noticed that you have lime on your refrigerator. Yeah. Do you have a shower glass door? Yes. Is there lime on that? Yes. And my wife tries to get that clean. This is a true story. Tries to get that clean. And I tell her, honey, we should be enjoying our grandchildren and our golden years. And you're working 60 hours a week. I'm working 60 hours a week. We just don't have time for this. Don't worry about the lime. I can fix that, sir. Buy a water softener. And I say, you got these grandkids, do they all have enough water, hot water to shower? No, they get mad at us because by the third grandkid, they're taking cold showers. I said, that's because all the lime filled up in your water heater, and your water heater's probably about 8 years old. He goes, it is about 8 years old. And I said, well, now you're going to need a new one, and they're about $1,200, and a water softener is about $1,200, and the water softener will give you nice clean water and protect your hot water heater for 20 years. Sign me up, sign me up. So I'm meeting their needs in the way that I can't do it except through the power of the referral. So you first you want to get in your referral partner's RAS, don't you? You want to do top of mind awareness. That's what marketing people say. When you advertise, you're trying to get in people's minds so they think of you when they need your service. That's what advertising is. Well, that's what we're doing at BNI. You want to get into your referral partner's mind so they see the need that you can fix and they think of you when they see it, even if the customer doesn't ask. Because the customers mostly won't ask. I said that a minute ago. There's 3 types of referral partners. One of them is they're an order taker. Oh, you need a plumber? I'll call Wally. Oh, you're selling your house? I'll call Rob Clay. That happens very seldom. Very seldom. So don't be an order taker. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Be a connector. That's good. A connector is one time we had a great guy, a concrete lifter named Eric in Springfield, and he lifts concrete by putting foam under there. So a lot cheaper than tearing the concrete out and putting new concrete. So he'll raise it up. It's just a fantastic product. And he visited my BNI one time, and he was too busy to join again. So that's what happens with a lot of people. They're just too busy. They can't take on that much more referrals. And so he was working, and I would send him some referrals. Well, I met a guy named Steve Brown, and Steve Brown is a bricklayer. And he lived in our chapter, joined our chapter, and then moved to Kansas City. But Steve Brown is a bricklayer. So what did I do? I connected the two together. Neither one of them were in BNI. Eric sent him $60,000 worth of referrals in 1 year. Steve Brown joined our chapter, worked with our CPA, changed his whole financial makeup, and he told me, Robert, it's like a noose was lifted off my neck. BNI was the best thing that ever happened to him. It was amazing what he did to his business. He drove to Kansas City. He lives in Kansas City now. I had a job halfway between Kansas City and here, and he took care of it for me. Sometimes he comes to Springfield and he calls me, and we send him a referral. So he's a fantastic guy. So I was a connector, you see. So you connect people together. I know a flooring installer. I connect them to Chastity, you see. So you want to connect people together. You know, a great countertop guy, you connect them to Jim Urban, and now we have a connection. I need a painter, you connect me to a painter. You see how that works? You want to connect business together that would be a natural fit to be in each other's power team. And then the third type of referral partner, and that's what I am, by the way. I'm not only a connector, a creator. I say it like this: you create a referral when there ain't none. You create it, and you create it by asking the right questions. And so I ask the right questions because I'm a navigator. And John Maxwell says that a navigator sees farther, or is it further? Farther than anyone else. You see, or just sees farther. Just sees farther. Maybe not than anybody else, but they see farther. And that's what makes you a navigator. So I can see the sales cycle of all my referral partners. I've been in it 10 years. I can see the sales partner. Somebody said one time, you have to do something for 10,000 hours to be an expert. I've been giving referrals for a lot more than 10,000 hours. So I have become an expert at referrals. And I can see far, so I can see the connections, and I know what the customer needs, even if they don't need it, because I know the sales cycle of all the businesses. Like I happen to know that in Missouri, a will won't keep you out of probate, you see. So all of a sudden, I can see that hurdle that person has. I know that they don't have any hot water heater, or they don't have any hot water because they have lime on the fridge, or they bought a new hot water heater, or their hot water heater is under 8 years old. Can you see that? I know that when somebody's selling their home, they've got to keep it clean. So I go, why don't you have Jessica come in and do all the floors and the bathrooms and the toilets and the tubs? Why don't you have our landscaper come in and mow once a week for 26 weeks out of the year? That's only $900. And now you've got your lawn mowed and you've got your house clean, and that's going to help you sell the house. And then I use U-Haul, and they have these little U-boxes. Why don't you get 3 or 4 U-boxes in your driveway, take a third of all your possessions, like all your china and all your Christmas stuff and all the attic stuff, and now all the lawnmower stuff, because you're not going to need it. I say sell the lawnmower. I spent thousands of dollars on lawnmowers. Now I spend $900 a year, and I've got my time back. I spend $900 a year on my lawn mowing to have somebody else do it, and I've got my time back. I don't have to worry about the blades and the belts and the gasoline and getting it to. I used to have a trailer just to get the lawnmower to Nick's Hardware to get it serviced. So I think you're with me on this, right? So I know how people have to sell the house. So therefore, I know how and who to refer them to. So a creator creates the referrals. Now, we've got a wonderful electrician in our chapter, Brian Brook. One of his specialties is he'll put a plug, a 220 plug, on the side of your house, and then you get this generator, and a generator is going to be, I'm getting one, it's about $1,500, I think, and this generator is going to be able to it's portable, but it's going to be able to give you electricity for the whole house, or most of the house, I should say, if you have if your electricity goes out, okay? So you're gonna have a portable generator out there, you put it in your shed or your garage, and you put it out there, you plug it into your house, you don't have any electricity, now your refrigerator's working, your furnace is working, you're not losing all the food in your freezer, it's just fantastic. So, since I'm a navigator, and I was in Springfield, Missouri in 2007, when we had one of those 25-year ice storms, everybody in Springfield had a tree over their wire that goes to the weather main, I think that's called, the electrical thing on the side of the house, and that's where you get all your power, and then it goes to the power panel. I don't know my terminology, but Brian does. And so if you have a tree like this and it breaks, guess what? You are out of electricity for probably 2 or 3 weeks. So I see that. If you're a home service technician, you show up in a driveway, look for the wire, see if there's branches over it, get introduced to a tree trimmer so they can cut those tree branches down so it won't fall on the wire to begin with. Introduce them to Brian Brook so they can get a plug out there and get a generator in case there's other reasons why they don't have electricity. Can you see that? I hope you can. I sure can. All right. So we see in pictures, you need to see the need and the benefit. You need to meet a whole team of experts. Let me say it again. You need to meet a whole team of experts. So you need to find out who needs to be in your power team And you need to find those guys and gals. You need to make some cold calls if you have to, go to networking events, go to Chamber of Commerce's, and meet other experts in their field, and then invite them for coffee and say, hey, would you be interested in passing referrals? Then if they say yes, and they would be interested in learning about your business and learning about you, learn about theirs, and if they need more business, then of course you can invite them to your BNI chapter, and then of course hopefully they would want to be a part of your team, and they join the team, get interviewed and all that stuff like I said earlier. See, if you're going to meet them, if you're going to have a whole team of experts, you got to meet them first. So that's one of my lines, by the way, for my customers. I tell them this because I want to brand myself. So listen how I say this. Hi, John. Because of the type of business I'm in, I help people restore their houses after a flood or a fire. And I work really well with the insurance companies, and they usually will pay for my services if it's an insured item, and I know what is, so I can help you with that. See how I branded myself? Now that was a little long-winded. Normally I don't do that whole speech, but I kind of wanted to tell you that depending on who you're talking to, like let's say I'm talking to a person that's not even my customer. I just met them or something like that, but I want to give a referral, you see. So I'm asking them some questions, and I realize they need a referral partner. So what I'm going to do is this. Oh, John, because of the type of business I'm in, I own Quick Dry Restoration and Remodeling, and we help people if they have a water problem or a fire problem, and we work with their insurance agent. Because of that, I work with a whole team of experts, and I've got a great plumber in Wally, Mr. Reuter. Would you like for me to have him call you to talk to you about your water softener? You see, isn't that beautiful? So you need a whole team of experts. And then your brand and your message, if you want to do the 2 bags free, is because of the type of business I'm in, I help people become stress-free for taxes. That's Stephanie. Because of the type of business I am in, relieving people of tax stress, I work with a whole team of experts, and I know a guy at Edward Jones that's fantastic with finances, and he wants to help you make sense of your investing. So can I have Patrick Morrison call you? You can, whatever business you're in, I have a whole, because of the type of business I am in, put in your benefit. Because of the type of business I'm in, my benefit is this. Because of the type of business I'm in, I do this. And because of that, I have a whole team of experts. Can I have this person call you? All right. Now, so I hope I made myself clear. I got 15 more minutes because I wanted this to be an hour long. By the way, our chapter in BNI gets 4 CEU points, chapter education units. I call them continuing education units. Somebody else calls them caring enough to learn and know. One of BNI's philosophy, or what's it called, core values, is always learning, always learning. That's one of our core values, is always learning. One of them is givers gain. One of them is building meaningful relationships. One of them is to always learn. One of them is to have a positive attitude. If you don't have a positive attitude, people won't want to refer to you. One of them is innovations and traditions. Actually, it's probably traditions and innovation. And then accountability. We hold each other accountable. And then recognition. We give each other recognition when they do a good job. Now, I want to give you 6 key situations that your customers are always in, okay? Not all at once, mind you, but they're probably in one of these. Like, for instance, I just heard Rob Clay say that 1/6 of all people, 1 out of 6 of all people are buying or selling a house within the next 6 months. So think about that. Every 6th person you talk to is probably buying or selling a house. So my favorite question is, how long do you plan on living in your house? Because if they say they want to sell it right away, I tell them, why don't we have Rob Clay come in and evaluate the house before we start any work so we can see how much work we should do before we sell the house. Because maybe you have a high-end house and you need high-end carpet, and maybe you don't need the high-end carpet, and maybe you need low-end carpet, and maybe you need hardwood floors to get the most for your money. Can you see that, navigators? All right. So there's 6 key situations. Having a baby, getting married, building a business, relocating, and I might have to turn the page, home improvements, getting healthy. All right, now, what we're talking about here is your customers are having these 6 key situations. Somebody's having a baby. Let's talk about one of my favorite is getting healthy, okay? So you want to know how many referral partners in your chapter can help somebody get healthy. Now, Dr. Ivan Misner, the founder of BNI 34 years ago, by the way, he says that we need to reduce everything to the lowest common denominator. And I was really good at math in 7th grade, terrible at algebra. I don't even know what algebra means, really. But we did fractions in 7th grade. And so the lowest common denominator would be like 2/6 is wrong. It's 1/3, you see. So 4/8 is wrong. It's 1/2. Are you with me on that? I know this is math. Some people get scared of math. And so we want to reduce the denominator, which is the bottom number, to its lowest possible place. If you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, either look it up or just forget it. So the lowest common denominator in selling a home, let's say, in real estate would be something like this. Instead of saying, do you know anybody buying or selling a house? You should ask the question, how long do you plan on living in your home? You could ask the question, do you know anybody getting married? Because when people get married, sometimes they have to buy a house. Do you know any blended families getting married? See how each one of these is a different referral partner? Do you know any empty nesters? Do you know anybody that the youngest is graduating from high school? What happens when the youngest graduates from high school? People sell the house and they downsize. So they're selling the big house, getting the small house. They're empty nesters, you see. But sometimes mom and dad move into the basement when the kids move out because the baby boom is happening. So there's a lot of, that could change the math. Now they got to keep the house, but now they need a contractor to get the stair thing, you know, the portable stairs or the little elevator or whatever else construction they need to help them age in place. So what I'm saying is this. Don't say, do you know anybody selling a house? Say this. Do you know somebody getting married, getting a divorce? Do you know somebody having a baby? You see, because all those things will trigger somebody selling a house. And so getting healthy, don't just say getting healthy. When you have a one-to-one with your referral partner, you need to know, can they help them if somebody has allergies? Did you know that Steve Barr can help you if you have allergies? He did our house. He put a UV machine in. He's put a special filter that zaps any molecules or bacteria or anything. And they do an air quality test in the home, and it zaps any bad air that comes into the home. Matter of fact, there's a syndrome called sick building syndrome. And it's because the houses are so well built that it's keeping the fresh air out of the house. And now the house is more polluted inside than outside. So every now and then in the spring, you got to open up the windows and let some fresh air in here. Get some of that polluted air out. So anyway, it's not just about getting healthy. It's about allergies, losing weight, quit smoking, getting rid of stress. You see what I'm talking about here. So on each one of those 6 that I gave you, so you can rewind this and write them down, you want to narrow it down to everything. So let's just say home improvement, remodeling, putting new cabinets in, remodeling the floor, remodeling to sell, remodeling because they just moved in, remodeling because mom and dad are moving in. You see, so let me slow down. You need to know what your referral partners can do. If somebody is getting married, having a baby, building a business, new businesses, old businesses, relocating businesses, businesses downsizing, businesses that are moving into an office, businesses that are in a home and have a home office. All of these are different referrals for different types of people in your power team. Home improvement, what kind of home improvement? Why are they doing the home improvement? Getting healthy, what kind of getting healthy? Okay, so let's talk about power team meetings. So when you have a power team meeting, the first thing you need to do is you need to pick a topic. So I want you to do the lowest common denominator, getting healthy / allergies / sick building syndrome. Okay? Now you call all your partners and you tell your chapter Who can help somebody with allergies and clean a home or a business and get rid of all the pollutants out of a business? Well, the carpet lady, Chastity, says, I have carpet that's allergy free, you see. So you'd be surprised how many people can actually help somebody with allergies. How many people can help somebody if somebody's moving or getting married or having a baby or going through a divorce or if somebody passes away, unfortunately. So when you can see the need that your contact or customers have, and you can see the benefit and who can provide that benefit, you're going to give a fantastic referral. You're going to create a referral when there ain't none. Your referral partners are going to love you like crazy. Your customers are going to love you like crazy. And you're going to be known as the person that knows everybody and is well connected. So call Robert if you need anything, his service or anything else. Okay, so have a topic, lowest common denominator. Pick a location. Sometimes you don't want a location where there's going to be a distraction. You don't want to go to a place where the owner has to answer the phone and boss people around and stuff. That's not going to be a great place because that guy's going to be distracted. That lady's going to be distracted. You're going to have to go to a location that nobody's going to be working. Nobody's going to be on the phone. Nobody's going to be talking except about network. Are you with me? So pick a location. It could be somebody's business. I prefer that. As long as it's in an atmosphere where they're not going to be interrupted, okay? I wouldn't pick a restaurant. Food is too much of an interruption. I wouldn't pick a restaurant. The waiter's coming, they're interrupting, blah, 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 blah. Take a sack lunch if you got to eat, okay? Ivan Misner says this, it's not net sit and it's not net eat. It's network. One lady said, if you're not networking, you ain't working. I like that. So pick a location. Have a facilitator. One of the best things about BNI is we love each other. One of the worst things about BNI is we love each other. We become friends and we don't hold each other accountable. And so we get together, we start talking about how great the Dallas Cowboys are instead of talking about how can I refer to you? What can I do for you? What can you do for me? Who do you know that I need to know? Who do I know that you need to know? What are the benefits that you provide and what are the needs I should be looking for? What are the things I should be listening for? Are you with me? Say yes. I heard that. Thank you. All right. So, have a topic, pick a location, have a facilitator. The facilitator, I had a great power team meeting one time at a realtor's office. It was on another chapter, and they had 15 realtors in the room because we designed it around their sales meeting, and they allowed us to come. I brought 10 tradesmen with me, and our financial advisor wanted to come to see what the meeting was about. So our topic was refurbishing your house / getting the best bang for your buck. In other words, what do you need first in order to buy a house, sell a house, or just make it look great? Refurbishing your house / getting the best bang for your buck. In other words, fix the mailbox first, fix the front door first, fix that broken gutter first. You see, those are the first things you've got to do. So that was our topic. So I was the facilitator. So I said, Mr. Realtor, you go first. Tell us that you got 3 minutes. The cool thing about a power team is they're smaller groups, so you have longer to talk. So you get 3 to 5 minutes to share what you do. And BNI in a meeting, you get 60 seconds. So the power team, you get 3 to 5 minutes. So now, and you have a specific topic, and everybody's talking about that specific topic. So we had a realtor go. A realtor talked about what they like in a home. And then we had a tradesman go. Steve Brown was there. He got a lot of work on brick laying. Then we had a realtor go. Then we had a painter go. He got a lot of work. We had a realtor go, another tradesman. Realtor, trade, fantastic. Patrick Morrison talked about that if somebody is buying a home, they can use part of their 401k for the down payment and they won't be penalized. The realtors didn't know that. They were excited about that. I happen to know because I saw it. He didn't tell me this, but because he would never divulge confidential information. But I was told by a friend of mine that her mother transferred $1 million over to him. And I was told by 2 other realtors, they went to see him and they both bought a $5,000 Roth. So he came to a BNI Power Team meeting. The topic was how to refurbish your home / get the best bang. And he shared with the group about this 401k thing that nobody in there knew and they needed to know. And so you want to have a facilitator to control the conversation. I hate to say it like this. One time this guy said, "Oh, you control the whole conversation." I'm the facilitator. I'm supposed to control it. And so what I mean by control, I don't do the talking. I let everybody know who's going to talk. Okay, you've got 3 minutes. People will go longer than 3, so have a timer. Put a 3-minute alarm, little bell. Don't cut them off if they don't finish. What happens is you go, okay, if you're not quite done, finish the last sentence and then tell us your tagline and then have a seat. So ding, ding, ding. Okay, well, my name is Robert Mitchell with Quick Drive. When disaster strikes and time matters, and time does matter, call Quick Drive. Then I sit down, my 3 minutes is up, and then the facilitator says, "All right, John, why don't you tell us about your business? And Sally, you'll be next." Okay? Everybody knows the topic. So the facilitator, the very best power team you could do is an hour and 30 minutes. That's the very best. I have breakfast. I thought you didn't like food. It's in my house. I control the environment. So I control the breakfast before the meeting starts. So you can have an open network for 30 minutes. Then you have an hour for your meeting. If you have 15 people, 15 times 3 is 45 minutes. You do the math in your head while you're getting ready. You don't know how many people are coming. So if 10 comes, that's perfect. That's 3 minutes each. That's 30 minutes. If you have more time, so if you have an hour and a half, you want 15 to 20 minutes worth of networking, and then have about 5 to 10 minutes to introduce the subject so everybody knows what the topic is, like sick building syndrome, what it is. So I had Scott J with Air Service stand up and tell us what sick building syndrome was, you see. And he actually had an air quality machine, and he did my house, and he tested it, and he told us what our pollutants were and where we had problems were, and we needed that special air filter. So do that. So if you're going to have if you're going to have a special topic, which you should, then somebody needs to introduce that topic, and then somebody needs to say, "John, you're next. Sally, you'll be after him." And then you go around the room, you got a timer, and you're done at the proper time, and then everybody leaves. Okay, so let me do the topics again, or let me do the list for a power team meeting. Have a topic and a location and a date and time, obviously. Invite all of the power team members in the chapter. Say, whoever wants to come on sick building syndrome, we're meeting at Robert's house at 7:30 on Tuesday. He's providing breakfast. Okay. Then everybody comes that likes that subject. And then you have a facilitator. Invite visitors. Invite other people that you know are in business that aren't in your chapter that would really serve well with that topic. And tell them what the topic is, and tell them that you can come and you're going to meet about 10 to 15 business owners, and we're going to all spend about 3 to 5 minutes each telling each other how you can give us a referral on that particular topic. And so visitors always come, and a lot of times they'll join the chapter. I get a lot of my sponsees from power team meetings. Okay. The next week after your power team meeting, coordinate with your secretary treasurer. Our secretary is Travis Lewis. Have Travis Lewis have that speaker be somebody that can talk about that topic. Are you with me? That's the next week after. So if the power team meeting's on a Wednesday and you meet on a Tuesday, then on Tuesday have your speaker speak on that topic. And ideally, it would be good if it could be the week before as well. So you could sandwich the power team meeting in with somebody talking about sick building syndrome and somebody finishing on sick building syndrome, and the power team meetings about sick building syndrome. Or I had a great one time, like I told you, go green. So go green before, go green at the end, and go green in the middle for the power team. Can you see that? All right. And then, of course, everyone that went to the power team meeting, on their 60-second sales manager moment, they talk about the sick building syndrome or whatever the topic was. Because now you have 20 people in the room, maybe 10 people went to the meeting, and now you have 10 people educating the whole chapter about this one topic and how they can help the customer that has a need that you're going to see, and you're going to be able to see the benefit. The benefit. All right. And then, of course, invite the same visitors to your meeting that came to the Power Team. And then, of course, invite any other businesses that might come to the meeting and might profit from that. Because remember, the speaker is going to be speaking on that same subject. So invite visitors to the meeting after the Power Team. I'm at an hour, but for my personal chapter, I have taken the liberty, because I was asked to by our famous Clayton Keller, our vice president, to put together a small cluster of power team groups. So I've done that. I've tried to put 4 in each team, and I have one team called Real/Insurance. Rob Clay, our realtor, Becky Wilson, our lender, Travis Lewis, our insurance agent, and Robert Mitchell, me. Because I do insurance work and I work with a lot of realtors, I fit in good with the real estate and insurance, even though I'm a tradesman. So I'm not in their contact sphere, but I'm in their power team. I have referred to all 4 of these folks, and all 3 can refer to me. Can you see that? Because of the type of business I'm in. Our second power team meeting, and I'm proud of this name, Exterior Home. All of these guys and girls, men and women, all of these work on the exterior of the home. Clayton Keller, he does cleaning on the exterior of the home. Anthony Crane, he cleans the outside of the windows and the inside of the windows, which are, of course, on the exterior walls. Christy Milliken, with Express Roofing Service, they repair the roof or put a brand new roof on you. So that's on the exterior. And then Rich Johnson sprays on the outside of the house with Armor Pest Control. And then, of course, he does the inside perimeter. And then he does get into the interior a little bit too. So he's a little extra. Okay, now we have Interior Home. Interior Home Power Team. Wally Barr, which is a plumber, Mr. Reuter, and Steve Barr, HVAC company. That's in the interior of the home. Brian Brook works in the interior of the home. He's our electrician. He does that exterior as well. So he's our electrician, and he also does handyman services and builds shelves and things like that. And then, of course, Jim Urban, and I had to sneak Chastity Adams in there. Jim Urban is the cabinet refinishing. Chastity Adams, Ozark Carpet Company. They're in the interior of the home. Jim Urban is doing the cabinets refinishing. Chastity is providing the flooring. And then I have business/finance. Stephanie Fletcher, our CPA. I told you about her. Patrick Morrison, Edward Jones, our financial advisor. Ben Grosser, our Vide Cleaning. He does businesses. He's not a person. He doesn't do homes. He does business cleaning. So he's going to be in the business/finance. And then, of course, Jana Humble. She's with a Bank of Missouri, which is a fantastic bank. That's where I bank. And she does home improvement loans, and she does car loans, and she does credit card processing. I'm going to speak about her in a minute. And then we have a specialty group, and we only have 2 of those. It's Tom Hicks and Dr. Hardy. So this is what I want our chapter to do. We basically have 4 groups. Dr. Hardy and Tom Hicks will be in a special group. Dr. Hardy is our veterinarian. Tom Hicks is with Hicks Truck and Trailer right here in Ozark. He does tires, oil changes. He has big trucks. He can do RVs, and he can do cars. So he's your guy when it comes to a vehicle. So what I want to say is that once a month, our chapter, The Buck Starts Here, is going to have 4 power team meetings. We only need to go to 1. So we're going to have a real estate insurance, exterior home, interior home, and business finance. We're going to have a date and a time and a location. They're going to be about an hour long. They're not going to have 15 people probably. They'll probably have 4 to 6 to 7 at best. So 15 gets a little too much. 4 to 6 to 7. Four of the members, and then 1 or 2 visitors if everybody invites one visitor, you'll probably get 2 visitors at the most. And so that'd be about 6 people. You can do that easily in an hour. You can do 15-minute open networking. If everybody spoke for 5 minutes, that's only 20 minutes, and you're out within an hour. You could probably be out in 45 minutes if you really wanted to run a tight ship. You don't, with 4 or 5 people, you don't need a lot of open networking. You can reduce that to 5 minutes. You can reduce everybody to 3 minutes each. That's 12 minutes. Heck, you can be out in 25 minutes if you really wanted to. If you really did, yeah. So think about that. I guess you could have lunch if you wanted. You could have 30 minutes worth of lunch and just fellowship and have the lunch, get rid of all the food, get rid of everything. And then that 30 minutes, you got somebody at the head of the table. They're the facilitator. You're going around the room. No more interruptions. Boom. Not bad. Okay. You can have it at somebody's business, so you can do an open house and you can show all the people. By the way, I would like it if we could start getting employees to come to these. So Scott J has a lot of employees with HVAC, HVAC company. Rich Johnson has Stewart. Christy Milliken, our roofer, she has several employees. I just met Daniel, one of her project managers. He would be terrific in a power team meeting. And so let me say this about Tom Hicks and Dr. Hardy. Whenever the power team coordinator, which is me, announces the 4 meetings a month, then Tom Hicks and Dr. Hardy get to choose which one of those they can go to. Jana Humble, if I was her, I would go to the other 3 power team meetings as well. Because when you're doing interior homes or exterior homes, people need a refinance or they need to get a home equity loan for that. So sometimes she could go to the other meetings as well. Matter of fact, everybody could go to 4 a month if they had the time and they so desired, because they are, you can be in more than one power team meeting. See, I can refer to everybody because of the type of business I'm in. And so just think about that. So with the Buckstars here, 1 meeting, 4 meetings a month, go to 1, making them about an hour long, invite some visitors. Let me give you the last topics again. I know you can rewind this. Have a topic, pick a location, have a facilitator, invite visitors. Next meeting, have the speaker speak on that topic, and everyone from the power team do their sales manager on that topic, and invite visitors. All right. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed giving it. If you're in our chapter, give yourself 4 CEU points. If you're not, you better ask your director if this was worthy of it. And please share this. I would love for this to go viral. I think this is a fantastic video, and I haven't even watched it yet, so I hope it is. Thank you very much. My name is Robert Mitchell. You can find me on Facebook, Robert Allen Mitchell. Go to my public page. I'll post these videos on there. You can go to my website, robertallenmitchell.com. Allen is A-L-L-E-N. I'll post this on my website, and it'll be under networking. So you click on networking, and then if it's a large video, you'll see, until I change the color, it'll say click here for the video. So this will be called Power Teams. So you can click on my website, it'll say Power Teams, click here for video, because it'll be too big for my website, I think, and then it'll send you to my YouTube page. And my YouTube page is too confusing to find right now until I beef it up. So if you're in my chapter, go to my YouTube page, and I will tell you how to get there, because I'm going to send you a link, and watch it on YouTube, and then ask to be a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And when I get so many subscribers, I think that's when I can change my name and make it easier to find instead of a bunch of digits. And then you can call that a referral if you would like. Then go to my Facebook page, Robert Allen Mitchell, find my public page, share this video with your friends, like my page if you haven't, and then you can call that a referral as well. So I'll receive 2 referrals from you if you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe it, and if you go to my Facebook page, like it, and share this video. Thank you very much. My name is Robert Mitchell, and I enjoyed this session.